What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How we doing? What's going on? What's up, Burris County? Hopefully everybody's having a decent weekend. I hope so. Good to see you this evening. Thought I'd hop on and do a live with everybody. Hopefully everybody's nice and safe and had a good fun weekend and y'all rested up and all that good fun stuff. Thought I'd hop on and look at a few things to see if anybody wanted to anybody needed to chart something or something you wanted to look at. I did have, let me get what's going on overnight. So SPY did drop a little in the overnight session. What's going on, Christian? What's up, Justin? So we've gapped down just a little bit in the overnight session to start off the week. We'll see what's happening. Daniel Peters in the house. She Gordon watching from Virginia. Well, I am in Virginia also. She Gordon. Where at in Virginia are you? What's up, Country Panther? Hello, Miss Marie. Christian, BBAI. I can look at that. Let's see here. Western Branch. I got you. I'm over on the east side, I guess you would say. No, I'm on the west side of Virginia. I just get my left and my right mixed up sometimes. What we got here? Give everybody just a second to get in. Yeah, if I could find an ink pen, don't let me forget what you're saying. Here we go. CoreWeave, BBAI, CRWV, I think, right? Yeah, I am as far southwest as you can go, She Gordon. If you know Bristol, I'm about an hour from Bristol. I'm way on past Bristol. RXRX. I'm about hour 10 minutes. I can be in Kentucky or Tennessee in about 15 or 20 minutes. Either one. At the bottom tip. CoreWeave. Okay, what's up, Natasha? How are you? Dark Knight. We got BBAI for you here. Let's see here. I don't know. Does it trade overnight? No. BBAI doesn't trade overnight. I'll check it out here on the daily for you. It looks like it's pulling back, brother. You about to get, you almost got a double top out of that. So if you notice too, you've made a lower high here, man. I would expect this daily's wanting to cross down, man, on BBAI. If it gives the full move. See up here, I've been telling you guys this RSI on TradingView precedes the MACD. So if you anticipate this a little bit on a good time frame, 4 hour and daily, really nice. But this, when you get this cross on the RSI, you saw it coming down. If you anticipated this a little bit, you'd have got in on this candle here, caught the cross on this, the last 2 days back, and you would have rode this whole thing down. So now we'll see what the move does if this, if your MACD line actually gives the cross. It looks like it's going to. We'll see. You've got you kind of at the bottom of support here, 625. Little support here around 625. And then, you know, most of your support's down in here, man. Like I would want to buy BB if we started tapping down here 430 again. This is where I want to buy. This is where the big buyers are, right here. This is the big move. This thing comes back, taps this down here. It'd be a nice. I would want to start a position and scale that position between here and here, 250 to 450, and be buying in that range. If you're going to hold it long, you know, if this is like something you want to hold 6 months to a year and watch it play out, that this would be the best buys down in here. You got one little, you know, it could fill this gap right here. Now I'll say that you do have a little volume shelf back here, which is right where that gap is. So $6, you could get a bounce off $6, all the way down to 550 in there. That could be bounce area in this little. Okay. Gordon, you bought at 7. Yeah. You want to set a stop loss. You bought, and don't feel bad, but were you ever up, or did you buy at 7 here on the way down? So you're kind of buying towards the top and selling. You're thinking about selling down here. So, you know, you could set a stop loss at 6. But I think if we lose 6, somewhere in that neighborhood, 625, you're definitely going. I mean, 585 could hold 550. That'd be kind of line in the sand. Just depends on how you want to hold this. Yeah. So, are you on options? So you're on options, I guess. Yeah, I'll look at APLD. Yeah, I got CoreWeave wrote down, Manish. 750 call, neglected to put my stop. I feel you, Dark Knight. It happens, man. What's up, Doug Black? Boom, baby. Natasha, I'll go into that here in just a second. I'll try to give a little insight to this. We can find a good one. Let's look at CoreWeave. Okay, this is a pretty good example. Let me get all my drawings off here. Okay, this is called the fixed range volume profile. I use this a lot. Okay, this is the daily time frame. You can use this on any time frame. This is on TradingView, and since CoreWeave is such a new company, there's not a lot of data, so I'm just going to go all the way back to the beginning and do the whole thing. Now you'll notice that there are these are, I call them shelves, volume shelves. This is telling you, I don't so much pay attention as much to the blue and the yellow as I do to the totality of the shelf that's there. Each one of these bars is representative of a piece of volume that was traded at that range. If you spread these way out, you can start seeing them. Now, when you get these big shelves, you see this big cluster here. when we lost really this last big volume shelf right in here, you see there's a void, a big old gap of volume right here where not much trading happened. This ran up on, I guess, lower volume, you would say. And it causes this to be like, say, an empty area. You know, water travels the path of least resistance, right? So that's how I look at this. And when you break one of these, it's going to travel through it very easily when there is a void of volume. When you're in a consolidation period, if you'll look, you see all these candles starting about right here. See how this was consolidating? That's why you got all this volume here. Now, when this price action broke under the big shelves here, it gets easier for it to fall back to the next support, which is down in here. So it could come back to, let's say, the top of this range, and then I would want to see momentum indicators like the MACD, RSI. So you're sitting right on the top of that shelf now. You could definitely come on back and test the bottom of this shelf down in here at 98.50. So it's broken under the upper shelf, coming down to test the next support, and if it breaks through this, it will come on down. You got a little bit of volume in here and a lot of volume down here. This is where the base was when this company formed. If that helps, hopefully. You're welcome, Natasha. You're welcome. So this is core weave, just so y'all know. Okay. I would say let me get a 1 hour here for you. And you can see where I put my lines at. It makes perfect sense without the volume shelves even up. You see the back tops, the tops of this consolidation area, like right in here. Here's the top of that range. This will be the first thing that we're sitting on right now. See that right where we're at right now? We could test the bottom of this range down here around 98, 99 area, something like that. The rest of it, you know, it gets easier to get through if you break under this, and then you would be testing all this bottom support and consolidation up to about right in there. That was the highs. If you'll notice, when this company started, check this out. When this thing, this is what I call being a breakout trader. If you're patient, watch. These were the first highs when this company IPO'd, right? It came up, everybody made good money, they sold off, and this thing sold off for days, and then it gradually started picking back up. Now, here was previous highs, right? If you waited to play this until it broke previous highs, right there's your breakout. See that? It did it in after hours one day, came back, basically back tested it, and it was a rip ever since that. It was a total rip. So that's a breakout. when it broke out of that previous high. It took, what was this, April 2nd till May 25th. So 2 months being patient, right? What's up, Julie? BMNR, I got you. No problem. Sourlito. Yeah, I'll pull it up here in just a second. We'll see. Okay. Hood. Yolanda says hood. Okay. All right. So there's CoreWeave for you. You know, it's CoreWeave's probably going to pop here tomorrow. Okay, this is a 1 hour time frame. You see how oversold we are down here? See all this red area? This is oversold. In the pre-market, tomorrow, you watch. Let me see what it's looking like. Oh, does it trade overnight? CRWV. No, it doesn't. Okay. You wait and see tomorrow morning when this thing opens. I about guarantee you tomorrow this thing will have a pop. Probably at least to 133. It could come back to 144. $133 and $138.50. I bet you this pops tomorrow. The 1 hour is way oversold. It's not going to stay down here that long. You've already got 2 whole days out of it pretty much down here. It's going to start making its way back up. It's going to come up and it's going to retest what was support and got broke. When this got broke, you could even put another line here at these pre-market highs on that day. Absolutely. Look at that. Boom. Low of this day, high of this day, same level right there. I bet you come back up to 133 and 135. It may have it'll come back up here, maybe retest the 200 or something on a small time frame before it gets knocked back down. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So there's CoreWeave for you. The daily is looking a little nasty, but it was, probably time for it. If this thing gets all the way down to the 0 line of the MACD in the histogram, it could flush hard real quick. What is it Josh says, a capitulation moment? All right, there's BBAI CoreWeave. Let's do RXRX. Voila. Hola. Can we look at Apple? Yeah, I'll look at Apple in just a second. What is it right now, Julie? 123.40. It's not showing on Webull nighttime session. Is it showing on Robinhood? Robin the Hood? Where's Google at? See if I can find it over here. RXRX. Here's the daily time frame. I'll give Robinhood this. They got some cool graphics and sounds. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Yeah, RXRX. I have a position in it, but I'm not heavy. I didn't really like the daily of it right now at all. But a lot can happen. It's trying to break up. I don't know. Have to wait and see on it. Let's see here. It's really consolidating. It needs to get above $6. It needs to get above $6. I would say local support for it is around 480. Best support around 480. Right there's a dip to 475, 475, 475, 480. So I'm just kind of following Josh's lead on this. This is definitely a smaller cap stock, so don't go heavy on it. Use a stop loss. It popped a little bit, I think, after he alerted. And next thing it needs to clear is like 580 to 6. That's what it needs to go. So if I do this on Robinhood and I look up, how do I look up a stock? I never use this. CRWV. CRWV. CoreWeave. Huh. Is it trading? Looks like it is, isn't it? 123.22, 23.30. What's it say on that? 124.80. That's odd that everything else is showing nighttime mode. Why isn't CoreWeave CRWV? It's not showing on Weeble. No, it's not showing. How about that? Okay. It is on Robinhood. You're right. Yep, I got SPY coming. As always. Okay. Yeah, Julie, they may there it may be something with Weeble that they may not list some tickers on their overnight session. Manish, you're welcome. Okay. Let's move on. APLD. I really want to re-enter APLD, but I just can't. I mean, it may not be a horrible spot, but I got a line at $9. Unfortunately, the MACD is See that blue line on the daily? It's about to rip through the 0 line. We'll see. It's down to almost 905 or something like that overnight. 904 it hit. $9 needs to hold on APLD. $9 needs to hold. Now this MACD could just dip a little bit and then bounce right here. They do that quite often, so that's not a big deal if it does. I would consider. I did get stopped out of my position. I told everybody, but I would consider taking it small position between 850 and 9. Just to give it a chance. Sorry, I thought somebody was in my driveway. Just to give it a chance. Okay. AVGO. But $9 I can't remember what my cutoff was. When you go to the 1 hour, this is what I saw on APLD. Okay. And this was a winning trade. It's just I wanted more. I got us in. Man, we had a couple bumps up to 11 and then 1050. We were in the green. If you'll notice this bottom back here. This is a good line here. 975 maybe, that was my target. And then this back here being that previous low. If you look right where it bounced that one day and then it broke it, that was kind of it for me. The other it for me was this consolidation period back here. I really wanted to hold. And that was like 950 area with and it's already gave it up. That's on the 1 hour. It can still find a bottom here, but technically the next thing that makes sense to me is 775. And on the daily, like I just said, the 0 line's about to be. It could bounce off the 0 line if you got an upturn on the RSI. So I would be watching the RSI on the daily or the 4 hour. If the 4 hour started looking stronger, give you a cross up, and then we could get above 50, might be worth it. But until then, I've got it scratched off my list. Okay. Thank you for the super sticker, Natasha. Okay. So, what do we have next? BMNR. One second, guys. Okay. BMNR. I've got AVG written down. I'll try to look at Amazon. BMNR. Man, what is this? Bitmine Immersion Technologies. I've never. Sitting on the brink of disaster here. About $38 is support. If you lose that, you're coming back down here to 29.30 area. In the daily MACD is trying to cross down. This could be support, honestly. This could bounce here. This RSI is sitting on 50, perfect place for it to hit and bounce. So this MACD could just, the signal line and the MACD could just come together and bounce up. I don't know if does it trade overnight. BMNR. No, not on Webull. It doesn't. 39.89. It's sitting right on it. It's not moving. 39.89. Guess it is trading on Robinhood. Must get everything overnight. It's crazy. So yeah, I would be careful if you lost that range that you're in right here. Really, you don't want to make new lows under 38. 38's kind of line in the sand on this one. Then I would want to reclaim 38. 1 hour, no, that's 5 minute. 1 hour is pretty oversold. I mean, it's riding on 30. It's just riding it down there. So watch $38 to hold. Resistance would be 44. It'd be your first resistance right there. 44, 45 area, something like that. Okay, that's BMNR. Let's get Hood. Robin the Hood. Everybody okay? Still hanging with me? Mike said SYM. PanW. What's up, FBM Basis? How are you, girl? Long time no see. I don't keep up with PanW much, but I'll look at it for you. I remember it was a Pelosi play. Yeah, Tesla is kind of held here lately. It started building a range down there. Rich man, you welcome. Hakeem, what's up, brother? Robinhood. Here's the 1 hour. Let's get a 4 hour. There's the last low. It built a little bit coming up. You notice I already got a white line there at 89. That's got to hold. Kind of double topped up here. So you got support. Got a little support here, 97.40. Let's get a 15 up and give you a little more accurate. Yeah, I like that. Right there. 97.25, reject off the same area, holding it here. Around this 97.40 area, that's going to be your real local support. Then it could pull back to here. 90. I would suspect 90, 93 could hold and bounce. That makes sense right there. $93.50, somewhere in that neighborhood right there. Now, if you lose $90, there ain't much to catch it. You see? See all these gaps? Here's a gap. Little bit of volume here. There's more volume down in this area between 70 and 79. There's pretty decent consolidation there. Not a lot to catch you unless if you drop 90. There's not a lot to catch you until you get to 70 on Hood. Okay. Hopefully that helps you on Hood. I know it's been hot. All right. Apple, somebody said. Get rid of all my drawings here. Apple's been on a heater, man. It's had some good moves lately. See a bunch of tops right here, though. See all them guys? It's on a 1 hour. Reject. 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 Never made it. 214 is 214.40's got to clear for Apple to move on up to the next leg up. 214.40. Perfect spot right there too. See that bottom hop off of it? 214.90 right there. That's a pretty good area. Now, let's see here. Let me get a daily. I mean, okay, man, it's a lot. It's a lot of volume, dude. You see why it has to get over 214 right there where I was telling you, 214.80 area. You see this? You see these two big shelves, these three shelves here? Let me draw this out to you. 1, 2, 3. This is your third shelf, second, first. It's got to get through all that to start moving up to your next leg, up around 220, 222, and it'd take a lot to get up to 231.50. But Apple can certainly do it. But this may get rejected, come back down to 203. It could. The RSI made a where's lower high. See that? Now, you can kind of see that pattern back here. See, I made lower highs right here. So I would look for it to interact with the signal line on the RSI, see how we do. It could be ready for a cool off right here though. Make perfect sense to me for a pullback on Apple. This MACD is not firing straight up or anything. Let's look at the weekly. Now the weekly might be telling us, see, the weekly just crossed up on the MACD. I mean, but you're under the zero line, so it's got a ways to go for it to like be super long term bullish. There's a lot of volume to get through to get back up into there. I'm not wanting to buy Apple up there. I would rather, if you see we had a double top back here, see that 1, 2 right there. Be a nice place for a pullback. Makes sense to me. Right in here, around 198. That'd be a great place for a pullback. I'd rather get in there, or it ain't gonna come back to 165, I don't think. All right, cool. Yeah, don't let Tesla fool you. I got that. Editor, what's up? I have a JB battery on Tesla. Yeah, it's Tesla moving. Let me see. Oh yeah, baby. Whoop whoop. Whoa whoa whoa. LUNR. Somebody else asked for that earlier. LUNR. Okay. Let's get off Apple and keep rolling here. PanW was next. PanW. Richard, this is the fixed range volume profile. This is I use this a lot, and it's a lot to go into on a live. This is revealing where larger volume has occurred. Helps me find levels. I got AVGO written down, Richardson. I got it coming. PanW 180. It's a tough chart. Oh, that's on a weekly. I'm sorry. Let me get a daily for you. $180. Pretty good support at 180. Again at 166.30. There, right there. Somewhere in that neighborhood. So around 166. Oh, she's pulling back, man. You'll see this. You see how the MACD, when it's doing this number here, it can't pull away from the signal line. Now look at it. See it? When it comes down through the 0 line right there, it's going to make a move. If you're long on PanW, you probably better be hoping that the 200 EMA holds right here. That's to me, that's the last line in the sand on PanW. Because this MACD now has pulled away from the signal line and it's aiming straight down. You've decreased under 40 on the RSI. This thing to me is, I mean, it could bounce off the 200 and then rip down, but if this thing gets through the 0 line, it's coming down. Guppy, sometimes I'll do shares. If we got news or something, let's say we got it depends on your account too, if it's even worth it. If you got a pretty large account, you could come in, let's say TSLL tonight. Now, the opening candle, what is that, 805? The opening candle from 11 to 1160 on Tesla. So you could have done TSLL, made that worth your while. If you got like a good chunk you can throw at it, I would buy that overnight. I've bought TQQQ or SQQQ if bad news or good news has came out overnight. I've done that before. You can do it on Webull. You can trade 24 hours. Shares only, of course, but I will do that occasionally. Like I did it on the live one time with everybody. It's been a couple months ago. But you can do it. Thank you, Miss Bassist. Okay. There's PanW. LUNR. LUNR Intuitive Machines. This is a pretty new stock. $12.90 resistance. Might as well call it 13. The MACD is sort of flat. Really got to zoom in to get any kind of break. I think this is a bit range bound right now. You can see, just like I showed you a minute ago on that other MACD, when these two lines are just running together like back and forth, there's no price movement. These lines have to start separating from each other, like back in here, or on this way down right here. They have to pull apart from each other for price action to be moving. So like back here, let's say MACD gave a cross up, RSI finally, when you broke previous highs at 950, this thing bled up on the daily. It started having bullish divergence coming in. Price action remained flat, but momentum was increasing. That's bullish divergence. Now, it got above that last shelf back here. What we calling it? 940, 950. Yeah, 950 right there. 945, some support. I think it's range bound right now, and you got to get over 13. That's my opinion, Miss Ohana, if that's what you wanted, bud. Okay. All right. LUNR AVGO. Somebody was asking about VWAP. Okay. AVGO. What we got here? Here's that last trip up. It's the daily. $249.40 support. I've got it marked already back here. About 250, I'd say. 250 area. Good support. Seems to be building a little bit of volume up here too. Momentum decreasing a little bit though. This is going to vacillate up here. This is going to create a base up here and maybe pull back 260 area. Go 30 minute. $260. Hmm. $271. This 271.50 area, little decent support on that. Then 267. $267.50. Somewhere in that neighborhood, 267.50. So 271.50, 267.30, 260.260. Three supports under you. And this could build a base up here. Doesn't look too bad. But the MACD again, it's intertwined. It's kind of consolidating up here. A little neutral on it. Good support back in here though. 250 area. 250 and then 226. Hopefully you don't come all the way back there. Okay. Amazon. Running out of time here, guys. Running out of time. Miss Lucy, did you make it into the live chat or into the video? Natasha, how come you can only do shares? Because I cannot do options. Charles Schwab has not approved me. Oh, they've not approved you yet? Time and glass, I use a 30-minute quite a bit for like looking at the past week, maybe up to 2 weeks. Raj Deep, RXRX ain't super great for me personally. Yolanda, no, I am Josh's Discord. If you want, if you're interested in supporting me, you can use my link. That supports me. But I am Josh's right hand man. I ain't going nowhere. The man's been too good to me. If he called me and told me to come to California and pick him up right now, I'd go. I most definitely would. But I sure appreciate you asking. If you're interested in supporting me, now I do coaching outside of the Discord, one-on-one coaching. Starting to do small group coaches too. So you can reach out to me that way. If you hit the description in the video, the email is in there and the link is QUBT. Okay. Guppy, let me look back there again. What was that you wanted? Was it AVGO? Is it what Guppy said? Mandy, I did core weave at the beginning. I can do app. You can rewind and get core weave. It was the second one I did. APP, is that AppLovin? Jorge, yeah. Yeah, I could do that sometime. If you're not trying to depend on it for making a living, it's a great idea to trade out of your IRA. See if I got time for meta. Guppy, I would say a tight stop loss on AVGO. Depends on how much you're up, brother. I mean, if you're up pretty nice, really this 270, this 273 area is, if it's close to being over it right now. I think it is. That's like the closest support. I wouldn't want to hold it under 261. I don't know how much you're up or whatnot, but if it fell back down here to 261, I wouldn't want to hold it. Yeah. Nope, somebody got me with the thumbs down. It never fails, man. Thought y'all loved me. Daggone it. What's up, T-Roy? Thank you, Yolanda. I sure appreciate that. Memphis 10, thank you. What's up, Dale Napper? How you doing, brother? What was that for AVGO? Amazon. Man, Amazon been wild. Been a wildcat, son. I don't like that. 233.80 would be a stretch, man. Where's the... We'll see back here, this MACD. We'll see what it does in the coming days. This is a little rough. Holding pretty steady up here and climbing. RSI still looking pretty good. Man. A lot of volume, brother. It's gonna be a slow roll to 230 for Amazon. It's right at 226.40. 226.40 resistance. Got to get over that. Then 230. Support 220. I'm sorry, 219. Right in there. Right there. 218.20. 218.20 support. You got support at 212 and then 200. 202 rather, but Amazon's rough, man. It's a lot of chart. It's a lot of volume. I can't sit here and say I'm doing great with it. The way I'm playing this, of course I'm really long on it, but you can see these tops back here. What happens when we broke out? All right, look at this. Look at this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Never got there. 4, 5, 6. Then it gets over it, and this becomes a back test. Even though it breaks it for a second, it reclaims it immediately. 218.20. That's why. Look at that, guys. That's why I said that number. 218.20. Now, support. There you go. It makes a leg. It makes a leg up and consolidates. Like I see consolidation here to here. Now I'm seeing consolidation up in here. Change color a little bit. There you go. You see that? Now we're trying to break out of this consolidation, making new highs. So we're around 225. All right. I got you, Natasha. I would tell you to get off Charles Schwab and get on Webull. You normally, if you're trying to get approved, you kind of, I ain't telling you to lie, but you kind of got to fudge when you're trying to get approved for options. You got to say you're fairly experienced. You got to say you basically got to make them realize you know what you're doing, so they'll approve you. Just from a friend to a friend. So, okay, LUNR, AVGO, Amazon. SYM's next. Symbotic. Feel like we're watching Venom. Symbiosis. I can't even say that word. Oh man, look at that bottom down there, y'all. I hate when I look at these and I'm like, oh god, that was a great buy. That was a great buy right there. 1650. Wow. What a buy. What a buy, y'all. We missed it. I hope somebody got it. She's cooling off, Mikey. She's cooling off, brother. Right back here, man. That's why you cooling off. Look at these tops back here. 1, 2, pretty much 3. That's $49. $50 is going to be a psychological resistance anyways. That's, if you get over 50, you could have a chance towards 58, 59. Now I'm getting ready to do app. I've got it on their app. So yeah, and I will say the MACD is starting to cool off. The RSI is starting to cool off a little bit. It's pulling back. It could just pull back to support here at 42, I would call it. Maybe even 44. If we do a 1 hour, let's go back. Let's see here. Is it Monday 30th? Fixed range. It's 2 weeks worth right here. You can see, Mike, this is built a nice base up here. And then these are your lows, right? Makes perfect sense. That's the bottom volume shelf right here. If I can teach you one thing, you know, it starts peeling off and working back through here. So here's your bottom lows. Now look at these lows. Kiss off that line a few times. We go, man, what a horrible line. Here, here, and here. That makes 44.65 your support, brother. Another local support would be right here at 46.20. Right there, brother. Could bounce on 46.20. And then and then 44.65. That's what I got on SYM, Mike. Hope that helps you both. Oh, Natasha. Go to Weeble. Go to Weeble, honey. Go to Weeble and hit me up, and I'll walk you right through it. You'll be approved same day. I promise you. Schwab and all them other cats are just, they're too uptight. Oh, I'm thirsty. Sorry, guys. Okay. SYM. Somebody just said RCAT. Okay. Wow. Boy, that popped. Did it get good news? How about that? 2 thumbs down. Thank you. Wow. If I didn't earn your thumbs up, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, it gapped up pretty hard. It needs to get over. I call it $10 psychological. Then 11.18. You could say 950, honestly. You got a triple top right here. 950, then 11 on RCAT. Support. Hmm. 760. Get you 1 hour. Yeah, Guppy, I caught Suey a little while ago. I told everybody 360 the other day. It hit it tonight. VN, yeah, I can show you. It's messy right now. My desk is messy as crap, but I can show you. Give me 1 second. So RCAT, you need to get over. Here's 865. Yeah. I'm up pretty nice on Solana right now, too. What's Sui? Man, 375 on Sui, baby. Whew. I saw it earlier. I knew it was moving. Yep. Nice move. Nice move. What's Ondo doing? 92 cents. Yep. Looking good, man. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Bill Vida. Vita or Vida. Hope I said that right. Yeah, not the stock, Natasha, the brokerage Webull like I use instead of Charles Schwab. Like this is Webull right here that I'm showing you. You could get approved for options very easily, and it's much better for the day trading, at least. Buy and hold stocks, it don't really matter, but for day trading these options, you won't go wrong with Webull. That's my fave. So there's RCAT for you. I would say 870, then 950. Yeah. Okay, let me move on here. Somebody said QUBT. Time of glass. I saw somebody else talking about drone companies the other day, man. I swear I saw somebody else talking about it. Here's QUBT. Here's the daily. Wow. Man, this thing, when it rips, huh? There's not, Rajdeep. There's not. You can only... I mean, you can put it in, you can pull up the chart and kind of look at how the chart relates to it, but as far as the price goes, no. There's no way. I don't know how to do that. I kind of base my, like, if the underlying asset loses this, then I'm cutting it. Loses this value or something, you know what I mean? QUBT I would want this 16 to hold 1620. That makes good sense. 1575 actually. Right there was that big green candle right there, about 1550 area. That would be my line in the sand on QUBT. It's probably cool. Yep, it's cool enough. So there you go. You got bearish divergence on your momentum here on the daily. Here's your MACD. And then here's RSI. See? It's losing momentum. So, you might could, I don't know how this trades. I don't trade it much, but you lost 1550. Probably going to come back down in here in $12 area. That's how I see it, okay? Sure, Natasha. Did you say, is it too late to get into SOLT? What is SOLT? Oh, it's a Solana ETF? Natasha, shoot me a email. If you hit the description in the video, you'll see my email in there. Is SOLT ripping right now? It doesn't trade overnight on Webull. SOLT 1770 resistance and then 1830. This must be pretty new, huh? Yep. It's been building a base in between 17 and 1350. Just depends on Solana, I suppose. I feel you, Natasha. I do one session with you on Webull and you'd say, oh my God, this is so easy. Okay. What else did we have here, y'all? AppLovin. I got Meta wrote down, Kimberly. I'll hit it for you. Yeah, Natasha, if you need help, reach out to me on an email. Let's see here. There you go. spy.lordscalps@gmail.com. I'll be doing another small group class here in 1 or 2 weeks. So anybody interested in that? We had a good session Saturday, about 20 of us. We just did Webull setup, a quick trading view setup, a little bit of charting. It took a little longer than expected, but I learned. It was my first time, and sometimes you just got to keep moving on. I may dial it down to 10 people, but I also record it, and whoever buys the class, they've also got the recording and go back and watch the recording all they want. Thank you, Natasha. Yep. Okay. AppLovin. You got a really nice shelf here, 320 about 321 area. See a few bottoms down there on AppLovin. 320, 321 support. Makes sense at the bottom of this shelf of volume. It looks like it's trying to consolidate here. So if I was going to buy this, I'd be buying it off 320, trying to sell it up to 360 for swings. That's what I would do. On the daily, and it's crossing down on the daily. It's losing some momentum here. So under 320, 321, something like that, you could definitely get back down here to 305. Could be a good short. I think AppLovin their options. Let's go to August. Got a little spread on the contracts on AppLovin. Oh, wow. Let me just look at the options chain. So what is this? 313 now. Ooh. $17 a contract for the 310s. So they're pretty pricey. Pretty pricey on those. Good open interest on the 300s. Yeah, if it loses that level, it'll make a good run down towards the 300 mark, something like that. Okay. It's trying to turn down, really. It's trying. Come up, back tested the signal line once and kicked off of it. Now RSI has crossed down. This could be a good short. This could be good puts on this on app, in my opinion. Okay. Damn, Bitcoin just hit 120. Natasha, it's if you click on description and open the whole thing up, it'll say email me here for coaching or something like that. There you go. There you go. And I've got it wrote on the screen right here too. spy.lordscalps@gmail.com. Let's hit Bitcoin here for a second. Wow, man. 120. How about that? How about that? So this is opening things up. Daily's starting to get. You'll see last time our momentum got up here to 75 on the RSI. We cooled off, which means but in Bitcoin it just consolidated. And it took another leg up to the one, I guess that was the 112 or 114, something like that, before you had a pullback. So this could do the same on the daily. You're right now at 75. This is probably close to the move for right now, 120 to maybe 124, something like that. That's probably close to the move. And then we could see a pullback to somewhere around 110, 112, 110 for a back test, or see if we consolidate up here over 115 in between 116 and 120. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What's Solana doing? Somebody just booked a coaching. Boom, baby. Up on Solana a little bit. Now, let's hit SUI. Told everybody the other day, 360. It just hit 375. Woo! And it is moving. So, $4 to $4.25 is on the table for SUI. It just hit 70 on the RSI. So it's got a little more room. Yep, it's got a little more room. Raj Deep, no. I tried to answer that earlier, but no. There's not really, like, let's say, here's one of my Weeble screens, okay? And I've got, here's Tesla on this side. Let's say I had the 310 puts. I could pull it up on a chart and stick it on a 5-minute, just like this chart. Now I'm looking at the contract on a chart, right? So I could say if these are puts, and where'd my chart go? Here it goes. So these are puts. If I had, if I wanted to get this, I would have to say if Tesla rips over 313, I would have to cut my put. I'd just go off the value of the underlying asset. There's no way for me to compare the price of this chart for the contract to, without at least seeing it on a chart. I can kind of get an idea. I guess it's a little odd of a thing to. I see what you're saying, but I don't think you can do it by price. Okay. I've already looked at CoreWeave, newbie. I looked at it first thing. It was the second one I looked at. Maria, I already looked at APLD also. I think APLD, if it loses 9, could get back to 775. I think that's how I had. Okay, let's do a couple more. Meta. I got you, newbie. No problem. Yeah, you can just go back and watch it. It's the second one that I covered. Okay, Meta and SMCI. Meta could be double topped up here. It's bleeding. Man. $700, then 684. No, 680. 700, then 680. That's your two supports right now. Then it could start coming back down here towards 640. Okay. Okay, Roku. There you go, buddy. Man, it's trying to turn over up here, buddy. If this MACD, it's trying to cross down so hard. I don't know that Roku has puts. Does it? Yeah, I guess it does. You got support. Little bit of support here at 89. Right where you're at, basically. I would even say 88.50. And then right here, 85. 85 would be my next line in the sand. There's a top, and a bottom right there. 85.20, somewhere in that neighborhood. That would be exact bottom of this shelf right here. There you go. Right there. There's your Roku. The daily MACD is trying to flip down though. If it crosses down, you can see what happens. Your RSI just crossed down. If that thing crosses down, it could get a good healthy pullback towards this, maybe even this bottom shelf at 80. That would be your next 79.50, somewhere in that neighborhood. There's a big wick up at 77, right in there. That'd be my call on Roku, okay, brother? Thank you, NC Rocks. I like to come over here and help everybody, man. No problem, poor baby. I got you. Yeah, everything's in the description. If anybody wants to tip or the big thing is if you took time to redo your membership with my link, that's the biggest thing that helps me. So if anybody wanting to really support me, that it's the same price and cost that you're already paying, same benefits, but it helps me. Or you can there's tip jars in there if you want to do a tip, or if you just hit the thumbs up and say thanks, that's a lot. That means a lot too. I appreciate anything. Was there something else? Y'all throwing too many at me. Baba. $95, man. $95. Right there. You see this little consolidation area back here? Kissed off of it right there again. I would be looking for that to bounce and hold. It did, however, make a lower high. Here's your highs. And then right there. You could get another bounce right in here and see how much it'll bounce for, but that would be, you know, if you want to buy stuff on the lows, if you're swinging, you know, especially you're not really catching momentum, so it's not a bad spot it's coming into. Man, I hate this drawing tool sometimes. Yeah, 96 would be good support, man. That's the bottom of this big old chunk of shelf right here. Okay. So strong, man. So strong. What a run, man. What a run. Look at this kind of downward channel here that you had. Look how it broke up out of it. Heck of a run. So it has made new all-time highs. Now I would be looking, right there's your top, to back test this 150 area, 152. You got a little bit of come up and had one bounce right there off of it. That makes sense to me. Pull back to 150 could be healthy. This is the what am I doing? There's the 20-day moving average. Well above it. I could definitely see it pulling back a little bit, man. It's getting overextended. And look at that RSI. And, hot. This thing's hot. Okay. Charles Schwab stop losses. If it's a stop loss on shares, they should still execute. Natasha, I mean, of course, if it's on option, no, but if it's on shares, I think you have to do it as a limit order, stop limit or something like that. They'll execute. Richardson, the top on Baba. I'm so sorry, brother. $107.50 resistance. $108. Might as well just call it 108. $108, $109.15. That could get you back to $110.40. Just a level at a time, man. Honestly, on Baba. Up here is where it starts getting this 111.50 area. Yep. There you go, brother. I would hope it would bounce off that 95 area. Otherwise, could get back to 80. All right. I don't use Bollinger Bands, Natasha. It's just it's an indicator. but I don't use them. Boom, baby. Ow! On Solana. I feel that. Let's go look. Mikey Likey. There she goes. Plenty of room up on this bad boy. Look real good over 168.50. We'll see. That'd be really nice. Plenty of room up here. Getting over 60 on the RSI. Raj Deep, my dog. I think that's the one I just saw. Thank you, brother. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that, brother. You know, Brad, I was so wrapped last week with travel and stuff, man. I slipped a little bit, to be honest with you. I did go buy a brand new laptop so I could stream with you guys, though. And it wasn't cheap. So, I will be sure this week that my levels are posted in the morning again. Okay. So, was there something else? Well, that might have been it. Trying to stop on some shit. Trip. Somebody asked for trip. This one Josh did. TripAdvisor. A little overextended, man. Honestly. It just had a good run up. When it got over, see, I already had it charted. Over 16 just got you to 1850. It was a nice little bump. But, you know, where it goes from here, it's at resistance. 1850s. Look, guys, 1850 perfect resistance. Perfect. Why? Look at these tops back here. There, and there. That makes perfect sense. 1870, something like that. That's resistance. If it gets over this, now you're in business. I would say a pullback while the weekly is working its way up. Maybe a retest of 16 and then another leg up. That would make sense. You can see this big old weekly red candle back there. That one there, you see that big drop? Whoosh, gone. That's what we're up against. When that thing closed down there, that's what we're up against. That makes sense. We're right up against it right now. All right. And then support. So support at 16 and 13. 16 and 13. What's stagnating now, Jay? It's just more confluence, lipum. What was it you said? TTD? Oh yeah, trade desk. Let me see trade desk here. $81, man. Got to get over 81. Yeah, it was a red candle on a weekly, Natasha, but on the daily, I guess it gapped up. So yeah, TTD, sort of a cup and handle here. Going for it. Like that, and then there was your pullback, and it's supposed to shoot up from there. So it needs to clear this 80, the 80 mark, and then back here at 85. There'll be your two next targets on trade the trade desk TTD. Okay. What's up, nephew? I'm not great with leaps, Desiree. And Angela, let me look at Solana again. I'll be putting my stop loss in pretty soon. You know, it's... Man, I can never get off this stupid drawing tool. Why does it do that? There he goes. I like the momentum on Solana right now. And this is probably, isn't that what Bonk is on? The Solana network? That's probably why. See, it's already ripped. I should have got bonked the other day. I almost did. Looks more like a butt. APLD, I sure did Limitless Society. I think it was like, it needs to hold 9, and if not, 775, I believe was the next support. So yeah, Bonk's already went. Solana. $180 will be a good target. It's got to get over 169 first. That's the first target. Perfect double top here, and here. This could... Is that an inverse head and shoulders? Shoulder, head, shoulder, and then it makes its way up. Maybe. Not perfect, but maybe. Yep, there it is. I knew it. I had my shoulders wrong, though. This will auto plot some things. So, my shoulder was wrong. It should have been here. I can see that now. There was your trend line going up. Right there. There's your trend line. So that becomes your neckline. It's got to break well, right where I put my red line. 168.50. 168.50 breaks. This thing gets a pretty good target, man. Over 200. Faux show. Faux shizzle. So, yeah, Bonk could, Richardson. It definitely could. Lipum, I did do RXRX. I'm not crazy excited. I got a small position in it. Just giving it a chance. All right. Yeah, nephew, I would agree. Solana looks ready. I've had my eye on it a little bit. I should have got in bonk. I ain't got enough time to get it all. All right. Lala said Palantir. I can look at that and then I'm gonna call it. Palantir. Man, what a rip, dude. What a rip. This is what scares me about Palantir. It's not printed a lot of volume up here like it did down in here. There you go. That makes sense. 99. As a company, now I'm not well read up on the company, they're probably poised to keep climbing. I mean, it's just making higher lows, higher highs. It needs to, 146.50 needs to break. If we just catch the last bottom down here. $136.70. 136.70 could be good support. Let's look at the daily momentum. Okay. You're losing a little momentum here. MACD. RSI. Losing a little bit also. This could be ready for a pullback to some support. Down here at the 120 mark would be great support, great buy. Above that 130 area would be great buy if you're going to play this long. And you can always switch this to the 50 on the daily, the 50 and the 200. It's but it's not tested or came down towards it in a little while, towards the 50 EMA. So I could definitely see a pullback. 135 local support, somewhere in there. 137. Okay. All right, guys. I'm getting cross-eyed here. Splawn, yeah, I just had Suey pulled up just a minute ago. Called this one pretty nice again. It's going to get through this gap probably now towards 384. I called this to 360 the other day. You got that tonight. So yeah, I can definitely see it at 385, and it's going to have to get over. It's going to have to get over this last run here. So right now it's contending with this 378. It's looking pretty good. It's firing up, man. Daily just hit 70 on the RSI. So it's got a little more room. It can get up 75, 76 on the RSI. It's got a little more room. A little bit. Brad, thanks to Natasha. Yeah, me too. I'm getting ready to go to bed. See you in the morning. Point in this line we draw. Rajdeep, it depends on what you're wanting to measure. If I'm on a big uptrend, I'll go back to the swing low, or sometimes I'll just I'll just want to look at the previous week and see levels from the previous week or the previous 2 weeks. If it's on a big uptrend, I'll go to swing low, or downtrend, I'll go to swing high. There's no right or wrong. It just depends on your time frame you're wanting to measure it on. So, thanks, Natasha. Be sure to email me. I'll get with you. So, yeah, guys, if you've not hit the like for me, and if you've not subscribed to my YouTube, that helps me big time. If you really want to support me, you can unsubscribe from the Discord and resubscribe using my link. It's the top link in the description of the video. It's all the same price, same benefits and everything, but it supports me. That is most appreciated. And then Weeble link and Blowfin link, all that stuff's in there too, and tip jars. So I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Somebody said SoFi. Let me hit it right fast. It's overextended, huh? It's on the daily. It is overextended. It needs a pullback. It needs a pullback to find some support. I would dare say that support is here at 18 something, 1820. So there's the daily. Wow. Yeah, it's overextended. Needs to, you see right where I put my red line? The next biggest shelf right there. About 1850. You could definitely pull back to that for a re-entry and a bounce, or down in this area at 1650. That would be my target for a re-entry. Let's get it, Hakeem. Boom, baby. Boom. Time to go to bed. Oh yeah, Spy Lord monitor set up. Don't judge my desk, okay? Don't judge my desk. So here we go. Okay. iPad number 1 monitor. They're all 32 inch curved monitors, and I will generally run Trading View over here on this, like so. The next one becomes my single ticker for SPY on Weeble. And then the third screen becomes a split screen Weeble, split monitor, or split charts. And I'll normally do like AMD and Google over here, or sometimes Amazon, Nvidia. But I'll run 2 charts over here, all with turbo options. But I leave the SPY alone with its own, so I don't have to switch those expiration dates. And then my Trading View stays on that 8 panel. When I'm live trading, it stays on the 8 panel, so I can see 8 charts at once. And that's it, man. So 3 monitors, and 3 monitors, and I'll generally have an iPad here especially like if I'm. So some people watch the stream at the same time. So I am streaming, but I also like to watch the stream on the side a little bit to make sure everything's okay. But in the same aspect, if I was just a viewer watching Josh or watching me, and let's say I only had one screen, or I only have two screens, I would rather have a tablet on my side instead of my two good screens taken up just watching Josh or watching me. I would rather have an iPad right here or something saying, okay, as long as you can see the chart and hear, it's okay. That's kind of how I view it. So yeah, that's my setup for now, and I'm liking it, man. I like 3 monitors are great. If I could have 6, I'd have 6. But 3 is plenty. 1 to me just is pushing it. It's hard to do much with 1. But sometimes that's all you got. If that's all you got to work with. You might consider doing the stream on a tablet and just your chart on the 1. So yeah, you got to have the screen real estate, Hakeem, for sure. The more real estate you got, the better off you're going to be, and you learn over time how to manage it. So I've got 8 charts, 9, 10, 11, so about 11 charts going. But with that simple setup I gave y'all the past couple of weeks, we're just, for day trading, we're just watching the breakouts and pre-market. That's the big things, and we take into consideration previous day, previous week, highs and lows and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's my setup. Hopefully it helps. I've got premium Promote engineer. Yeah, it's Weeble Premium. Viewer. There we go. All right. Now, so hopefully that helps you. 2 screens is great. 3 screens is great. The more you got, the better off you're going to be, for sure. All right, my friends, I love you. I appreciate you so much. I really do. Be sure to come in the live trade in the morning. We'll see what's going on in the morning. SPY gap down a little bit overnight here. I'm just watching 619. What are you guys looking at here? Yeah, 619 would be a pretty reasonable spot for a bounce. And then you got this 617.80 area. Those are starting to make sense to me. So we could be looking at that for a bounce or break tomorrow. The SPY daily was getting a little heated. It got up to 76 on the daily. Needs a pullback. It needs a pullback for sure. So we'll see. See what we get in the morning and go from there. It's all we can do. Here comes the 4 hour now. So 619.40, then 617.90, or you could call it 618. Okay. All right. Love you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Troy. Thanks, Julie. Thank you all, man. Thank you for your time, ladies and gents. I will see you in the morning. Peace.